I'm that topping dude. I'm so glad that you're here too with me. I don't know why I'm so happy. I have clues, but I don't really know. Did I say I'm that topping dude? Well, I am. And this is that topping dude plays the American Film Institute's daily movie guessing game. Get the picture. It used to be called Get the Picture. Now it's called Get the Picture. And today's game of Get the Picture is falling on July 3rd, 2026. And it's game 1552, 1552, 1552, 1552. It's the 1552nd game. I play this game every day, man. Every day I come in, I put this thing on my tab, and I want you to play too. You get over here. So this is AFI. We're over here. That's AFI. So we have to go over here. Now we get to the AFI. Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Do it like this or this. Okay. That's playing the game. That pretend you do it however you do it, however you do it. Play the game. Come back over here to that topping dude plays the American Film Institute's daily movie guessing game. Get the picture. Tell us how you did, baby. You can comment, you can tell us what your logic was. Did you see the movie? Did you get it right? Did you get it wrong? What was your logic? You can like, you can subscribe, you can follow, you can, oh, baby, you can do so many different kinds of things. Every day we check in with our friends, John Atkins, the anonymous player, and Jade. Now, only one of them is written in. John Atkins has kind of been like, yeah, he'll watch the game later today, but right now he's like, oh, AFI, and Jaden appears to still be asleep. Well, he saw a Broadway play last night, and whenever he sees a Broadway play, he kind of becomes whatever it is. Like, a few weeks ago, we saw Cat's the Jellicle Ball, and right away, he turned into a cat and started voguing and stuff like that. He saw, two people carry a cake across New York. He's fucking carrying cakes all the time. Like almost every time I see him, almost because he sees the play like almost every single day. And then last night he saw Titanic. And so right now, his husband Steve called me and said, like, Jaden is like thinks he's pretending to be someone, pretending to be Celine Dion, and he thinks he's on a ship. It's really weird the way Broadway musicals affect him. And I assume that so he's out at sea. He's out on the Titanic right now. We're not going to hear from him. All right. So only the anonymous player wrote in and he said, I got the picture. That means it's a good chance I'm going to get it too. What am I so mad about? Hey, can't help it, man. I'm what I am, man. I'm what I am. Okay, let's go in. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Okay, yesterday's answer. We usually advise players doing this early on. We say, don't, if it's on the nose, don't choose it. If they're on a subway train and one of the answers is subway, that's too on the nose. This was an exception. This was a movie called The Sandlot, and the picture is of a sandlot. And normally you would say, two on the nose, two on. Well, this was an exception. It was The Sandlot. Now let's take a peek at today's game. Peek, 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 peek. Well, because of these roller skates and because that looks like Mark Wahlberg a little bit, I'm going to guess that this is Boogie Night. Boogie Night. Dance to the boogie, did down dance to the boogie, did because boogie nights are always the best in town. Boogie, if this is Boogie Nights, my big complaint with the movie Boogie Nights is that I kept waiting for that song to play and it never did. They named it. They had it was a movie with nothing but you know wall to wall songs. Every song from the 70s and 80s you can think of, except Boogie Nights. And so they call the movie Boogie Nights. That's what I think it is. Um, Heather Graham plays what her she has a it's not Roll Arena. Roll Arena is a New York City personality who wears roller skates, but she plays someone with roller in her name. Okay, that's what I think it is. Is this the skates and the Mark Wahlberg-esque looking person? I think it's Boogie Nights should be your number one. Oh, am I still up here? Okay. See, I did it. I almost did it again. Let's play the game. Only the first guess counts, the one that matters. Okay, this is where I almost played the preview again. Okay, here we go. Boogie Nights. If I'm right that it's Boogie Nights, it should probably be first up alphabetically. Dance to the boogie, get down, because boogie nights are always the best in town. All right, that's what it definitely is. Roll bounce. I have not heard of roll bounce. Roller ball. There are two versions of roller ball. One is with James Caan. The one with James Caan was the second R-rated movie I ever saw in my whole entire life. The first was Blazing Saddles. The second was Rollerball. I was so excited to see my second R-rated movie that I made myself think that I liked the film. And I've always thought about it afterwards. I'd say that wasn't really a very good movie, was it? But I couldn't. I was not allow myself to not like it. Whip it into shape, shape it up, get straight. Well, that's a Devo song. I don't know what the movie Whip It is. And Xanadu, Xanadu, now we are here. Xanadu. Xanadu has a lot of roller skating in it. And that is why they want to make you think that I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people guess Xanadu or rollerball or boogie. How many got this? 84. Okay, so most people knew that it was boogie nights. Boogie nights. Okay, it's definitely boogie nights. I'm not even going to cover the screen. I guessed it before I even saw the options. Whip it. What? How? No, it's I'm on a 6-day streak. 85.4% correctly identified or get Baganigits. 5.3% get Rollierable. 4.7% get Exaned. 2.7% get Hypite. 2% get Rollballonche. All right, now, had I gotten it wrong, see, I'm on a 6-day streak. Had I gotten it wrong, see, I'm on a 6-day streak. I could have gone over here, and I will go over here because second chances, the one free gas game, just for fun. All right. I would have had a second chance over here where the answer is also Boogie Nights. I'm submitting my guess. It's also correct. Now, if you've been a regular watcher, I don't know how I got these. You know, I it's typical to have a higher day streak on the second chance game than the only one chance game, but somehow I ended up getting 4 extra days that I don't recall. I thought they were tied, and I don't recall the day that I got the first one wrong and the second one right. But anyway, all right, let's see what they said about boogie nights, baby. Looks like they didn't say much. The sophomore feature from the Written Palm Thomas Anderson. Well, if they call this the sophomore feature, his freshman feature is my favorite of all of his movies. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's called Hard Eight, EIGHT, Hard Eight. Boogie Nights. Been together an incredible ensemble cast to chronicle the wonderful and the San Fernando Valley porn industry from the 1970s to the 1980s and was shot with vivid appearances by Robert Elsworth and President Simpson. All right. So Boogie Nights, uh, it's an enjoyable film. It was, for me, as for a lot of people, the first Paul Thomas Anderson film. If he had only made one film before, if Hard Eight is if they're right that he only made one film before, then and wasn't very well known, and Boogie Nights is extremely well known. So anyway, but like I said, Hard Eight is really, really good. It's even better than it's better than any, in my opinion, it's better than any of his other films. Yeah, that's arguable. It's tasty. No, don't. No, 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 no. Oh, actually, do write in and say that you disagree because we need people to comment. Um, um, I saw it with my boss at the time, which was a lady, um, a woman, excuse me. We're not supposed to say lady anymore, right? A woman uh, who was my supervisor, and we went to see it together after work the day it opened, I think. And that part at the very end where Mark Wahlberg pulls out his penis, looking in the mirror, and says something, and then puts it back in. She said that her husband really benefited from that movie, probably more than anyone else sitting in the audience. All it took was seeing Mark Wahlberg's big fake penis. She had a nice night that night once she got back home. What are you talking about that for? That's her business. What am I telling you for? Well, she told me. She told everybody. So I don't think she'd mind that this was fucking 20 years. How long ago? I don't even remember. This was over. I don't even remember how long ago that was. Anyway, I got it. Bye. Thanks for coming, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Bye.